Hey guys, I know I jumped right into the video, so that's exactly what we're going to do here. As y'all can see, I'm going down and just wiping the face clear, free of any makeup, oil, dirt, and I'm just using micellar water to do that. Sorry y'all, I'm stumbling, but I'm not going to start over. I'm going to be real, So I'm using this pencil I got from Ulta. This actually was my first time using it on this video. I do like it a lot. It's not too dark. It's a true dark brown, and that's the perfect shade for this client's skin. I'm just going in with that pencil and I'm filling in the bottom of the brow, and then I'm tracing the top of the brow and filling it in. I always like to make my brows darker towards the end of the brow and lighter towards the front, just to give it that nice gradient effect. After that, I'm going in with some Duo, and I just put them on the brows to keep the brow hairs in place all day. I go back and forth with which kind of brush I choose to use, but lately I've been using this small concealer brush from Beats by Debs Cosmetics, which I really fell in love with. It just really defines the brow shape easier, and it's easier to get everything nice and clean. After concealing the bottom of the brows, I always blend out the lids to make sure it doesn't set and look cakey. I like to blend everything in. And then I'm going to go on to the top of the brows and conceal them and then blend that in as well. Okay, after concealing, I'm going in with some P. Louise base just to prime the lids for shadow. Then I am doing a soft glam today, so I don't go in with as much, or it's really not needed as much as if I was doing a full glam, but I still do it anyway just to get the most pigmentation out of the brown shadow I'm using. I'm going in with this brown shade, and I can't remember what palette I used, but I'll put it in the description. And I'm just blending that out on the lid, and then I'm going to go in with some more P. Louise base, and I'm going to set it with a light beige shade. So after that, I'm going in with one of my favorite things to do, which is colored liner. I'm using color liner from Beats by Deb Cosmetics. She has these color liners set, and you have to get your hands on it because I love it. I'm using this light blue liner, and I'm just using it to create my wing. After that, I decided to add some glitter on top just to make everything pop. Next thing that I'm going to do is clean off any eyeshadow that fell onto the face, any fallout, just clean that up. We're going to go in with moisturizer, and I use Pond's cream. I'm just blending it into the skin. I'm going to go in with primer, and then I'm going to go in with Milk and Magnesia on the oily areas of her skin. Next, I'm going in with foundation, and I always mix my foundations. I never just use one shade. I'm just applying it all over the skin, and then I'm going to go in with this Ulta brush, which is a real amazing brush. I love it so much. It reminds me of the Real Techniques Instapot face brush. It's just a little bit smaller and a little bit denser. So I'm using that to blend out the foundation all over the face. Now I'm applying the concealer in the T-zone area, just putting that everywhere it needs to be to highlight the face. It's real important that when you are blending in your foundation or anything that deals with the skin, that you are being very light-handed and you're not beating the face in. I feel like when you're more light-handed, everything comes out more seamlessly and comes out more soft and flawless blend. So after I took that brush to blend out the edges of all the concealer, I just went in with this cosmetic wedge just to tap everything in to where I couldn't get with the brush. Just blending it in. Again, I'm being very light-handed. I'm not banging that cosmetic wedge into the skin. I'm being very light tapping motion. Now we're going in with contour, and I'm just defining the cheekbones, defining the chin line. I'm going to contour her nose. I never put contour on the frontals because it makes it kind of look weird and dark in areas where it shouldn't be, and on videos it will look very weird. So I leave that area alone, and I just contour everywhere else that I feel needs to be nice and defined. After that, I'm going to blend out with the same brush that we use for foundation, just so everything can be a more seamlessly flawless blend. Okay, now I'm going in with one of my favorite setting powders, which is the Laura Mercier. I actually love how the finish looks on lighter skin. I'm using that just to set the areas that we put the concealer at. And then after that, I'm going to go in with a face powder to, you know, get the rest of the face to not look so oily. With contour, and I've been literally obsessed with this Morphe palette. Like, oh my god, it just has the perfect shades for contouring. Like, I love how this shade looked on her skin. It was just everything for me, like literally. And I live for blush, so you know I had to go in with that from the Juvia's Place palette that they have, which is actually a really good shadow for blush. Like, they have really good shades. But after that, I'm going to just go out and cut underneath where I put that contour at, just to get a more defined, you know, cheekbone. That's what we're here for. And then I'm setting the nose as well, just to get a more snatched look on the nose. Okay, now I'm applying this like pinkish highlighter. I feel like this gives a nice filtered look. Like, I just love this pinkish highlighter for lighter skin. It just looks, I don't know, it gives like a fairy, I don't know, I just really love it. I've been using it lately and it just, I don't know, do y'all see it? Or is it just me? Do y'all see it? Because I love it. Okay, lips, y'all. I use concealer for the full lips. I use a dark brown concealer. Sometimes I go between e.l.f.'s dark brown concealer and Tarte's, depending on the skin tone, because the darker concealer in e.l.f. is a little bit lighter, and the concealer in Tarte is a little bit of a darker brown that I like. So I'm just using that, and I'm lining her lips, and I'm going to go in with a nude, and that's also a concealer. I put that in the middle, and then I'm just going to pop on some gloss on top of that, just to give it a finishing look. much done and finished, and I'm just going to go in with that Continuous Mist Morphe setting spray, which is, you know, the greatest of all time. Like, it just really sprays out in a light mist. It doesn't really hit you in your face. I feel like when I'm using a lot of different sprays, it just hits you. You know what I'm saying? I love that spray so much. But after I do that, I like to pat it into the skin, get rid of any cakiness, flashback, you want all of that gone. And then I go in with a little bit of highlighter. Now, sometimes I don't do this because I do apply a highlighter before spraying. But if I want an extra glow to the client's skin, I do add on some highlighter. And after that, basically, we are all done. Thank you guys so much for watching. And keep tuned for the next video that I will have soon. I know I say this all the time, but I really am going to start posting more. Thank you guys for watching.